What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a very exciting Liverpool transfer news video because Liverpool want to sign the 21-year-old electric winger from Athletic Bilbao, Nico Williams, who will become a free agent in the summer. His agent has been confirmed. Felix Tainta is his name, and he spoke with a news outlet saying that in a few months Nico Williams will be a free agent. His contract ends. Let's not forget that. There is no definitive offer from his club Athletic Bilbao. In any case, the one who has to decide his future is the player. The club knows what the player's approach is and what he wants. Bilbao could lose one of their biggest talents, and Liverpool are already planning maybe for life after Mo Salah, even though I don't want Salah to leave Liverpool anytime soon. He could stay at Liverpool until he's 35, 36 years old. Leave a like on this video if you want Mo Salah to stay at Liverpool, and let me know in the comments below. If Liverpool were about to sell Salah, let me know what is the transfer fee that you would ask for a club from Saudi Arabia to pay. What is the transfer amount that you would consider selling Salah at? I would love to hear different opinions from different of you guys in the comments below. So just put like 150 million or 200 million, whatever you think is a fair price for Mo Salah right now, who is definitely one of the best free players in the world in terms of attackers, and definitely in the Premier League. The agent also said that Athletic Bilbao must listen to the player and they must try to reach an agreement that is good for both parties, so for both the player and the club, always keeping in mind that the contract ends in a few months. Let us not forget. So the agent is putting pressure on Bilbao to give Nico Williams a fair wage. I mean, according to the agent, a fair wage. Of course, we know how much La Liga clubs struggle financially, since they have very strict financial fair play rules in La Liga. Even Barcelona had to let Lionel Messi leave the club because they couldn't afford his wages, which was an absolutely crazy situation. And for example, Real Betis, my favorite club, who I follow closely, they had to sell their best centre back after the summer transfer window closed without an adequate replacement, because the offer from Saudi Arabia was just too good to turn down. They offered like 20 million euros for their centre back, and they had to sign a free agent, Socrates, who used to play for Arsenal, Greek centre back. They had to sign a free agent during the season to get him into the Real Betis squad. And the news outlets are reporting that Liverpool are one of 4 clubs interested in Nico Williams. The other 3 clubs are Aston Villa, Arsenal and Tottenham. And Liverpool are showing the attraction that is present in the player. He could be a great option in the coming years because he's already an electric, very, very good player. But also, he's only 21 years old, and as a free agent, we could get him for just paying his salary, and his market value currently is between 40 and 50 million pounds. That is very, very rare that these kind of players become free agent. And what I love about him is that he's very rarely injured. He already played 10 games this season, 1 goal and 5 assists, but last season he played 43 games, scored 9 goals and 6 assists, and he's lightning quick with a lot of trickery. Maybe he needs to bulk up a little bit physically to handle the higher physicality of the Premier League, but his pace would terrify opponents, and as a backup to Mo Salah, he would be terrific. And when eventually Salah leaves or retires at Liverpool, then we would have a ready-made replacement. He mainly plays on the right wing, but he can play on the left wing and even in the left midfield or right midfield slot. He started 26 times as a right winger and 11 times as a left winger last season. And this season Athletic Bilbao is having a brilliant season. They only lost to Real Madrid, Barcelona and Real Sociedad, probably 3 of the strongest clubs in Spain. And Nico Williams having 5 assists already this early in the season is absolutely terrific. And he already played 10 times for the Spanish national team as well. If you compare, of course, Salah's stats to Nico Williams, there is no comparison because Salah in 17 games has 12 goals and 4 assists. Nico Williams in 10 games has just 1 goal and 5 assists. So, of course, he's still a 21-year-old young player developing and growing. But as a free agent, it's a no-brainer if Liverpool want to sign him. And he wouldn't have to immediately start for Liverpool because we have Salah, but in the Europa League and in the FA Cup, in the League Cup, Nico Williams could play. But you also don't want to restrict Ben Doak's minutes. So it's a delicate balancing act for Liverpool, what they do. I think Nico Williams is just too good of a player to turn down as a free agent. To get a £50 million player as a free agent, I mean, even if it doesn't settle in England, he could still sell him on for 35-40 million to another club and bank a huge profit in 1 or 2 years. But he has bags of talent, and under Jurgen Klopp he could develop into a brilliant world-class player. But according to Spanish newspapers, even Brighton are interested in Nico Williams, and if Brighton are interested, you know that he's a talent because Brighton only go after hugely talented players. And remember, because of the free agent rule, the Bosman rule, Nico Williams could actually start negotiating with foreign clubs on January the 1st, which is just 1.5 from now. So if Athletic Bilbao don't sign him to a new contract, then Nico Williams could be free to sit down with Liverpool and negotiate a pre-contract agreement, so we could get him next summer for zero money. And if Salah doesn't sign a contract extension, there is a world where Liverpool will accept 150 million pounds for Salah next summer. And then imagine if Nico Williams comes in as a free transfer. Of course, you have to pay the agent a few million, you have to pay Nico Williams a few million of signing on fee, but it's not like 40 million or 50 million what his asking price would be. So I think Liverpool should try to sign him on a pre-contract agreement in January, and this way we could save a lot of money because Nico Williams could be that signing, that young, exciting, promising right winger to maybe one day replace Mo Salah. Is he good enough from next season to start banging in for the goals? We don't know that yet because he hasn't played in the Premier League yet, Nico Williams. Certainly his numbers are nowhere near Mo Salah's numbers, but look at Jeremy Doku. He hasn't been scoring that many goals in the French league, but because of his blistering pace and really good physicality, he's a success for Man City in the Premier League, and Nico Williams could be a similar scenario. I mean, Jeremy Doku scored 7 goals last season in 35 games for Rennes. Nico Williams scored 9 goals for Bilbao, and I would consider the La Liga a much more difficult league than the French league. No disrespect to the French league, but they are way below the Spanish league. And Jeremy Doku already looks like a really good signing for Man City. So, and remember, Man City signed Jeremy Doku for £55 million. Imagine if Liverpool could sign somebody like that with a blistering pace as a free agent. That would be absolutely terrific business. So even though the agent is putting pressure on Bilbao, the Bilbao president Uriarte has dismissed the claims that Nico Williams could leave the club. He said that the rumors about Nico Williams are a recurring theme. In Bilbao we have peace of calm. We have peace of mind. We are calm. We want an attractive project for Nico and other players. As with another youngster, Unai Gomez, we trust that Nico will find the project attractive, and we think that's how it's going to be. His family is loyal to Athletic Bilbao. Staying is the best for his career. As for possible rumors, we have no idea where they are coming from. Probably his agent is stirring the pot because he wants bigger wages for his client. That's what usually happens. And an English journalist, Danny Corcoran, actually made a case for Nico Williams to be good enough as a potential future Mo Salah successor at Liverpool. He said where the Pamplona-born forward Nico Williams thrives is the one-on-ones and progressing the ball up the pitch through his dribbling. He ranks in the 95th percentile for progressive carries per 90 minutes, so easier to understand, he's in the top 5% for progressive carries, 5.9. He's top 8% for successful take-ons per 90 minutes, 2.8. He does this through his frightening pace and the ability to use both feet. And interestingly, his older brother, who also plays for Athletic Bilbao, it's absolutely brilliant to see two brothers playing together in Bilbao. He said that he once turned down a move to Liverpool in 2019. Inaki Williams is what his brother is called. He had an option. I had an option to leave, Inaki Williams said. It's nice that clubs like this try to get you, but I was always clear that I want to be at Athletic, even though I had the option to go to Anfield in 2019. So that would have been interesting. Liverpool going for Inaki Williams. He's a really good striker, so that wouldn't have been a bad signing by Liverpool. And also I read an incredible statistic today that if you only include games in which fans have been present at Anfield, so if you take the games out where because of COVID there were no fans in the stadium, then Liverpool only have one defeat in the last 103 games since we lost against Crystal Palace in 2017. That was Jurgen Klopp's first loss, I think, as a manager at Anfield in the Premier League. So since then Liverpool played 103 games with fans in the stadium, I have to stress. 82 wins, 20 draws and 1 loss. That is absolutely out of this world. Why are more people not talking about this? This should be regarded as one of the best runs in the history of football. And also, since that Crystal Palace defeat, as I said, and also we have the 6-game losing streak at Anfield because of the COVID restrictions. There were no fans and we lost 6 games in a row. But it's amazing that either side of that 6 losing game in a row, Liverpool have had long unbeaten runs, stretching multiple seasons. And in fact, since those 6 losses, Liverpool have only lost once to Leeds United, who got relegated last season to a 92nd minute Somerville goal. I still remember that game vividly because Liverpool almost won it at the other end just 1 minute before that goal happened. So Liverpool fans should really appreciate and enjoy more this era of dominance under Jurgen Klopp, because it won't last forever. So take it in, enjoy every single game at Anfield. Liverpool have only been beaten once in the league since we lost to Fulham in 2021, and that's 48 league games, 1 defeat, 37 wins, 10 draws and 1 defeat. Again, an amazing run of results. And that's the only Premier League match that Liverpool have lost in front of supporters since April 2017. So stretching a 6-year period, Liverpool only lost once when fans were in the stadium at home in the Premier League. Of course, we lost some games in the Cup and in the Champions League as well. But this is the stuff that you will associate with the greatest eras of Bill Shankly and Bob Paisley. And that's why I keep telling you, even though this Jurgen Klopp era doesn't have the same amount of trophies as the Bob Paisley era, it's as good as that. And this Liverpool team is up there with the very best Liverpool teams of all time. But because of Man City and their cheating and financial fair play, rule-breaking, doping, Liverpool have no more than 1 Premier League title to show for it, even though we probably should have 3 Premier League titles and maybe should have at least 1 more Champions League trophies as well. But this is still an unprecedentedly good and amazing Liverpool team. But now Liverpool are in, of course, a process of rebuild, and the Liverpool 2.0 team could become as good as that team. But we shouldn't compare these eras. We should just enjoy and appreciate this Liverpool era of golden age, a golden era, that's what I call it, under Jurgen Klopp, and it won't last forever, so I want to savor it and enjoy it every step of the way. And that's it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, have a lovely day, see you later, goodbye.